Hello all, welcome to THub's podcast. I'm Vinay Peddinti. I'm going to be your host for today. With us we have Harsh Vardhan, the head of digital innovation hub for Apollo Tyres. Hello Harsh, welcome to today's podcast with THub.
Thank you, Vinay. Thank you for having me here for the podcast. It has been a sheer pleasure for me to be associated with THub, and I am Global Head of Digital Innovation Hub for Apollo Tyres. My job is very simple. It is to really kind of bring AI and digital innovation across the entire value chain of Apollo. We'll talk about how exactly we are embracing and being at the forefront of adopting newer technologies, newer forms of AI to innovate every part of our business. As per my personal introduction, I rather love to call myself as enterprise technology evangelist. I am also an author of books on AI ML. I contribute for the advancements of advanced AI, deep neural network, deep reinforcement learning. I'm A+ open source contributor, and pretty much, as I said, I'm pretty much deep into the technology. Beyond that, my whole thing is to really kind of make the things look simpler and work better.
That's nice, Harsh. I'm glad that people like you are actually taking time to contribute back to the ecosystem. Diving deep into today's conversation, Harsh, I would like to understand how do you see AI transforming the tire manufacturing industry as of now?
Vinay, why my take is AI first is not the new phenomena. AI first has been the phenomena for last almost a decade, sort of stuff and all that. Obviously, we have been seeing data first theme getting prevalent, cloud first, AI first, and there is a cycle which goes on. But AI has been there to drive various sectors itself and all that. There are some other sectors who have really picked up AI quite ahead of time. They have been really kind of industrializing AI or newer frontier of the digital technologies in their services, in their product, in their offerings, in their reach out to the customer. If you look at off late, manufacturing companies, the sector itself has become very, very competitive. And with the advent of Industry 4.0, most of the manufacturing companies are adopting AI across its entire value chain. When I say entire value chain, what I mean that, use of AI such as cognitive AI, generative AI, predictive AI, diagnostic AI, with very many different tools and technologies. The manufacturing industry is trying to really see that, how they can come up with a newer product, more sustainable product, how they can really reach out to their customer and understand their not only B2B customer, but also B2C customer very, very clearly and all that. There is a lot of work which is going on industrialization of AI in the manufacturing industry to see that, how the manufacturing efficiency can be boosted. Something like asset sweating is a popular thing which is going on. Predictive maintenance, which has been really one of the most common theme for the AI adoption in the shop floor itself and all that. The quality control, reducing the cost of the operation, making the corporate operations even more smarter. So there are many ways AI has been adopted and is being adopted increasingly in the manufacturing industry. And tire manufacturing has become really, really competitive. I mean, what I see, there is a lot of, I would say, bottom-up and top-down acceptance in the ecosystem itself to embrace AI in every form. Today, many of the players are also trying generative AI. Many of the players have been trying computer vision, cognitive analytics, deep neural network, and so on and so forth. So AI is really, primarily, if I really summarize it, AI is helping make things more smarter, safer, greener, and more easily reachable. Our objective in Apollo Tyres is very clear that, we want to really embrace wholeheartedly AI, and we are industrializing quite a high-end AI in our ecosystem to help augment our workforce, get our process smarter, to reach out to our customer and understand them better, give them a better service, to really kind of get our marketing even more channeled and get our supply chain more streamlined. Like this, we are driving it. We are driving AI in R&D, supply chain management, in marketing, in customer services, in legal, and so on and so forth.
Great, Harsh. I'm personally privileged to be heading the Apollo Tyres project from THub. I closely see what transformation is AI bringing into Apollo Tyres. Can we get a little deeper into understanding how is Apollo Tyres using AI across the entire ecosystem in trying to improve the efficiencies and transforming some of those really strategic projects that you're working on?
Sure, I think that's a good question, Vinay. So when I say AI industrialization or AI adoption, we have pretty much three key themes. One is AI reimagine, another one is AI industrialize, and third one is fostering AI first culture. What I mean by saying that, in the context of AI reimagine, what we are trying to do that across the value chain of Apollo business, we are reimagining that how AI can help improve the process, help lower down the cost of operation, help get us more closer to our customer, understand their pulse better, make our business even more smarter, safer, greener sort of stuff. And then in this context, we are reimagining our AI adoption technologies as well. We are taking this AI technology upgradation in a very conscious manner, in the sense that, we have been doing machine learning, traditional machine learning kind of AI, descriptive analytics kind of AI and all that, just to get that, in particular business or a particular focus area, we have been doing it. We upgraded it to, as a part of the AI reimagine, that, let's get to the diagnostic. We did it way back that, that to analyze that, if something is happening in, let's say, supply chain management, or let's say that, in manufacturing, or let's say that, in the customer services, why is it happening? That's the diagnostic thing. We upgraded it. We have upgraded even ourselves to embrace the predictive analytics kind of stuff as a part of the AI reimagine, wherein we are using AI to really predict what may happen. And again, I don't have to talk about predictive intelligence, because that everybody knows about it and all that. We are taking this to the prescriptive and generative AI. Today, we are having 4 or 5 major pilots which are going on, and the projects in the field of generative AI. We are also using, as a part of AI reimagine, that take that AI and then not only apply this AI or embed this AI in just 1 or 2 functions of our operation, which is manufacturing or supply chain or customer services. This is something that everybody does it. We are also taking this AI to really cater to sustainability part of it, ESG part of it, better turnaround time and better facilitation to the research and development and all that. So that way we are also really kind of reimagining AI, transcending AI from certain functions where we had industrialized AI. We are expanding our footprint there. We also want to really see that, how it can really help augment, our human resource, our people, our operator, our service engineers, our sales personnel and all that. That's about AI reimagine at a very high level. Second thing is about AI industrialization. So we are pretty much into industrializing a lot of those AI ML models, algorithms and routines to across the value chain, across the businesses, and we are industrializing it, in the sense bringing it to the production, and then doing the production monitoring, seeing that, how exactly the AI should continue to keep itself updated with the change in the concept, change in the data pattern and all that. Then, foster AI first culture is another pillar for us in the field of AI adoption. So there, very interestingly, we are not only thinking about AI and then bringing AI to our own, business folks or our own stakeholders or the top leaders. We are trying to see that, how do we really kind of bring that bottom-up innovation and top-down innovation in the field of AI and digital innovation by fostering that AI first culture. Our whole agenda of embracing AI is focused on functionalities, problem statements, that what problem statement we help solve, to the, how do we really kind of get this AI embraced, which can create that AI first culture through bottom-up innovation and top-down innovation. 3, that we want to really focus on open innovation ecosystem. So when we are doing AI, it's not a closed room AI initiative or AI industrialization or AI reimagine. It's also about that, bring in open innovation system. And one of the consensus thought is to really kind of bring in the startup ecosystem to help us to make this whole ecosystem better. And that's where, Vinay, that, one of our innovation hub is based out of Hyderabad, is based out of your office itself, THub. So that's something like walk the talk for the open innovation in AI, in bringing AI first culture itself along. So that's at a pretty much high level. I can certainly talk about some of the projects which are very niche in, let's say, manufacturing, which we are doing it, wherein we are bringing AI and digital innovation.
Sure. Thanks for that, Harsh. In fact, we are witness to kind of innovation that Apollo is doing. I feel you're one of those leading organizations in terms of innovation. Your decision of setting up a digital innovation hub at THub itself is a testament to that initiative of yours. Thanks a lot for that. AI first culture includes several initiatives, right? And today, with the advent of generative AI, we see generative AI being used across verticals, across domains, across different divisions of organizations, right? From customer experience to manufacturing to legal to finance and so on. So, can you talk about some initiatives that Apollo Tyres is doing in terms of using generative AI in some of your initiatives?
So, Vinay, you said it right. I mean, generative AI has really got a transformative power. You talk to anybody, any industry consultant, you talk to any other industry who they would really kind of vouch for that. Okay, in some way or other way, generative AI is helping them, right? So we are also embracing generative AI across our different business functions to solve different business objectives. But just wanted to tell you a very quick thing. So to me, how do I define generative AI is like hiring a very intelligent assistant. Now, what it means is that a very intelligent assistant for data intelligence, then the generative AI can work as a document assistance. Then generative AI can work as a service assistance, in the sense, make your service better, more tailored. And generative AI can be certainly used as the assistant to create newer content, newer designs, audio, video, or other kind of content itself, and synthetic data generation. And I'm really very happy to call out that we are using for all these purposes. We are running our projects in generative AI. Some of them are up and running, some of them are still in the POC mode, sort of stuff and all that. To govern this, that how generative AI should be really applied, we have really drafted our generative AI ethical governance framework as well. Some of the key use cases which I want to call it out is that we are using generative AI to look at machine data and give us the power to interactively reason and get to the root cause analysis. And then we want to really do it to democratize AI and give the power of root cause analysis on the machine data or man data in the manufacturing, to the manufacturing shop floors, experts itself and all that. We are using generative AI in R&D, not only to really kind of help create newer product design, but also primarily to drive that R&D intelligent document search or semantic search to our research and development experts who want to look at their previous research papers, patents, periodicals, journals, or the regulatory reports, that what work has been done in the past, and they can draw their intelligence and plug it into the newer initiatives itself and all that. We are using generative AI as a service assistance in our legal system to make our post-contracting legal system even more smarter and more objective oriented itself. We are also using generative AI to really kind of synthetically generate data. So in all forms, across different businesses, we are running pilots, POCs, and we are trying to really govern it through our generative AI governance framework. We are tabling it to our enterprise architecture council to see that all the concerns in our framework are taken care of. The security concerns, ethical concerns, augmentation concerns, and all that sort of stuff.
Great, Harsh. This is important, right? We see that these days generative AI is being both used and abused across several institutions. So that brings me to the next part of the conversation. So I see Apollo Tyres as forerunner in innovation. Apollo Tyres is also closely working with several startups that we know from the THub ecosystem as well, in terms of solving some major challenges that you're facing. So on those lines, especially around generative AI, are there any challenges that you're currently facing that you think startups should be applying and working with you on that?
Yeah, I mean, with any new technology, Vinay, what happens is there are challenges. There are upside to it, downside to it, the pros and cons are there and all that. So yes, we do have our own fair share of the problems and all that. So it's just not with the generative AI, but AI at large is primarily as effective as it is tailored to your own problem statement. And AI is as effective as you have really got the right data ecosystem. When you talk about right data ecosystem, what it means, you have a data quality, you have really got a data governance there, you have really got a metadata rich data context and all that. So we are trying to really kind of improve our maturity on all the sites and all that. And at the same time, a lot of those challenges which we are facing it, because we, as I said you, that our adoption and industrialization of AI or any form of AI, be it generative AI as well, we try to drive it through the open innovation as well, right? In-house innovation and external innovation through open innovation. So we had to really kind of come up with a very comprehensive framework that if we are bringing partners or the startups to really help us in this kind of newer technologies which are transformative and radical, how do we govern it? How do we govern it without being so very controlling? It should help facilitate the innovation, the quicker turnaround, but at the same time, it should not really kind of break our higher level ethics or the organizational policy. So yep, that's a kind of problem which we have faced it. But yeah, as I said, with our framework, we are maturing with our more and more pilots, projects and POCs. We are maturing with every passing day.
That's nice, Harsh. Harsh, let me take a step back. Apollo Tyres has been in the industry for quite some time now. On those lines, that means you've followed several traditional methods in terms of manufacturing. At the same time, now you are evolving as per the new technology, new protocols. Now, how do you see Apollo Tyres is striking that balance between traditional tire manufacturing to the new age, new days tire manufacturing?
I think you have a pretty good list of questions for me, right? So yes, indeed, we have to strike the balance. The balance has to be struck at very many different chords, at very many different dimensions. Before I get to those balance and striking the chord, I first want to really kind of call out that, okay, innovation is not the buzzword for us. Innovation is pretty much in our DNA. That's one of the reasons why Apollo, being relatively a very newer kid on the large tire manufacturing block, has still emerged as number one tire manufacturing company in India. If you go by ATMA 2023 reports, our top leadership, whomsoever you talk, they would wholeheartedly talk about how the future is in innovation. And they mean it. They breathe it, they live it. With the Digital Innovation Hub, I'm trying to really kind of see that, okay, that culture, that DNA, that innate inclination towards innovation should go more deeper across technologies. Not only that AI or very many different forms of AI, but also across the newer technologies like digital twins, using AI on the top of, let's say, blockchain for different purposes, using AI with AR, VR, metaverse to bring better immersive customer experience and so on and so forth. Now, striking the balance part. So striking the balance is very clear that we have to really see that, okay, we are human sensitive, okay? We have to see that, okay, we have generations of machines, very many different generations of plants. So some of the plants are so advanced that a lot of operations are without any human intervention itself is happening. Whereas there are plants which are old generation and we are retrogressively fitting, newer kind of PLC, SCADA and other ecosystem to make it more smarter. So what we try to do is to really kind of strike a balance with a very clear objective that adoption of digital innovation is must, adoption of newer design thinking is must, adoption of open innovation is must, but we give respect already established very good processes and the practices, and then we take it further to the newer side of it and all that. So it's a fusion of established, successful, old processes, old machines with the newer tech, newer processes, newer kind of innovation itself. So that's what we are trying to strike.
That's a perfect balance that Apollo Tyres have struck between traditional manufacturing to new age manufacturing. Can you talk about how Apollo Tyres is embracing sustainability as a practice across the industry for our audience?
Before I get to the sustainability, I wanted to really talk about that, okay, what are our main key pillars which we have defined for Apollo to focus on to get to our group objective in 2026. There are 5 key pillars which we defined: digitalization, technology and innovation, people, branding, and sustainability. So you can think about it that, okay, there is very deep focus in sustainability. And when I talk about sustainability, it is just not diversity, equity, or inclusion sort of stuff. It's to the framework of ESG, environmental social governance. There are a lot of initiatives our leaderships are really kind of taking. We have a dedicated division to really kind of drive sustainability in product design, make our tire more greener, more safer, more energy friendly, in the sense less fuel consumption, more fuel efficient sort of stuff and all that. We are driving sustainability in our operation, internal operation. We have an objective to become carbon free. We are working towards that. Even if you look at the digital innovation, we have pretty diverse background of people who are really working, not only from the gender, but also from ethnicity and others point of view. So sustainability is pretty key and core to us. Through the AI ML, we are also catering to how to become more sustainable itself and all that.
That's nice, Harsh. Since you spoke about workforce, since you spoke about employment, can you talk about, how do you see advent of AI affecting the workforce, especially someone at the bottom of the pyramid?
There are a couple of very predominant thoughts which are prevalent in the market, right? One, that AI will eat up the job. AI is dangerous, not in terms of its capability, but it will become like superhuman, God kind of thing, which will start controlling. Now that in our organization is very clear. Our organization policy is to really bring AI to help augment our human resource. I'll tell you how. Whether it is service assistant or service engineer or the operators on the shop floor, our objective is very clear. The AI is to really augment our existing workforce, help them get better, deliver things in a more smarter and efficient fashion, in a more sustainable fashion itself. The way we think it is like, if there is a service which we need to really kind of cater to, so say something like in manufacturing, we are using AI extensively to help our operator make their work even in more simpler, safer, and more streamlined fashion. So that's the way we see it. So AI is there to really kind of bring that human in the loop and make human work more smarter. That's the policy which we believe in. That's the policy which most of the manufacturers are really embracing. And when you talk about Industry 5.0, we know largely the manufacturing industry has been stuck for quite a long at Industry 3.0. All those very competitive manufacturing industry and the players are almost either at Industry 4.0 or knocking at the Industry 4.0. And everyone is looking towards Industry 5.0. And what it means, using of AI and various different technologies to make human more connected, more intelligent, and their work more smarter. Industry 4.0 was like connecting man and machine, connecting factories, making it more automation. Here it is about helping human to deliver more. So that's where we are heading to.
Harsh, we've touched upon several aspects of Apollo Tyres value chain. Now let's get one step deeper in terms of understanding how AI is being utilized across the supply chain of Apollo Tyres.
Supply chain is a backbone to any manufacturing company. Typically, a manufacturing company would be producing a newer product design, get into the manufacturing shop floor, produce it at scale, then deliver it to their B2B customers or B2C customers itself and all that. That's where supply chain come into the place, right? Apollo Tyres is also embracing AI in supply chain optimization. Our leader has a pretty bold and ambitious view of how supply chain management has to be radically revolutionized in our own organization, which possibly would really over the time appear as a revolutionary work. There are a lot of initiatives which are being taken up. Just to say that we are not only seeing supply chain as from the customer end point of view, that how the things would really get supplied there. We're also tying it together with the production planning, seeing that how do we really kind of help this supply chain and production planning work together with the manufacturing in true Industry 4.0, in true connected sense, that manufacturing, production planning and supply chain complexities to be added together to help our production throughput go up as well. So a lot of projects are being adopted. Demand forecasting is one of them. Order smoothing is another one. OTIF is another one. I mean, there are a list of projects which I can talk about, which we are engaged in very many aspects of the supply chain itself and all that.
That's very interesting, Harsh. Harsh, I am a 90s kid. I grew up watching sci-fi movies, seeing how AI can take over the future, and part of it I see it in reality right now. So what was your thought all about AI, and how do you see it right now?
I'll answer it in my personal capacity, as I have been in AI for almost over a decade. I've seen those initial days wherein we were doing data mining extensions, DMX. There were a lot of limitations of the volume of data, the velocity of the data, the variety of data, the veracity of the data, which we used to be dealing with data mining extension in the data mining world. Then came big data, and things really started unlocking. A lot of data, all these 4 V's really started becoming a reality, and then the data mining algorithms became more smarter. Machine learning came into the picture. It was more statistical sort of approach of really going with the traditional, which I call it as a classical machine learning, and start applying it for different business problems and all that. Then came out the deep neural network. Again, that's like one very radical innovation which has happened after AI winter, okay, which started really kind of unlocking cognitive AI as a capability. Machines can look at video, images, look at audio, hear audio, and can tell that, okay, what's going on, right? Sort of stuff and all. And now that, okay, that the world is taken aback by the power of generative AI, right? From the time OpenAI, Sam has really released ChatGPT, everyone talks about, generative AI, GPT, transformers, and so on and so forth. But what I see that, okay, what has been the constant theme here is to AI or any other innovation is to help solve our problem. And that's what is the perennial search which everybody is doing it. That's the perennial way of really applying AI. Whatsoever higher capability engine in AI, so to say, we have got it. All what we are trying to do is like, how do we solve our day-to-day problem? How do we solve our tactical problem? How do we solve our strategy problem? So till the time in an enterprise or in a startup or any academic pursuit is very clear about that, okay, what is the business objective which you want to solve? AI is there to help you in very many different forms, and it will continue to be helping. And I don't have to say that AI, as per one of our great leaders and then the industry thought leader, that AI is the most radical innovation, even more radical than electricity, will, and fire, right? So stay tuned, keep I would say that, okay, keep embracing newer forms of AI engines, attach it to the problem statement which we see it in our industry, in our day-to-day life, in our larger ecosystem, and keep unleashing AI for our own benefit.
That's a good answer, Harsh. Harsh, we're coming to the end of the podcast. So before we wrap it up, I would like you to talk about some of those focus areas that Apollo is looking at this point of time, where you would want to work with startups, want to work with the open innovation ecosystem, and take this forward.
Vinay, for us, we are open for open innovation, design thinking, and digital innovation across our businesses. I keep reaching out to the THub, for finding out newer, smarter, more specific, more tailored startup partner, boutique partners, or even a large partner who can help us in our journey towards our goal, which we have set it for the financial year 2026. And I have a very clear view that AI and other digital innovation technologies, like say digital twin, AI with AR, VR, or metaverse, blockchain, any this kind of thing, all of these have to be really adopted and embraced across our entire business value chain to help accelerate our progress towards our group objective. And for everything, we are looking for open innovation partners. Obviously, the problems are going to be very specific. We are looking for the boutique partners who can come and then help us solve our problem. They should resonate with our problem, empathize with our problem. We will help them understand our problem statement, and with that, they should really get plugged in with their own expertise, bring that open innovation to our ecosystem, and accelerate us in our journey.
Nice. So this is a call out for all the startups out there who are revolutionizing automotive industry using AI. Please reach out to us to see how we can work together and taking automotive industry to the next orbit. Harsh, you've been with THub ecosystem now. In fact, DIH is integral part of THub's ecosystem. Can you talk about how your experience has been so far and how you see this partnership moving forward?
Certainly, the THub is certainly an integral part of our digital innovation dispensation. Our leaders have really struck this agreement, understanding, and the bonding with the THub to bring open innovation in our ecosystem itself and all that. So far, my experience has been really, really good in the sense that I see first of all a very thriving ecosystem, which really gives me the interfacing to 2,000 plus startups, and some of them are really mind-boggling. Though their sizes are small, but they have pretty good offering. I understand that I understand and appreciate that under one umbrella, the startups do really get, as you say, as even Anish says it, that 20 plus support system is what are required to get one startup from the incubation to a pretty advanced stage and all that. So you offer those 20 plus ecosystem, and I'm very happy to be part of that large client ecosystem for THub. Bring those partners to understand our problem statement, and very happy that your ecosystem is really helping us in progressing towards our objective.
Thank you for those good words, Harsh. I'm sure this partnership is going to grow multifold in the future, and since Apollo Tyres is a forerunner in innovation, we're going to take this to the next orbit soon. With that, thanks a lot for joining us today, Harsh. It has been a pleasure speaking to you as always. Thanks a lot. All the very best for future endeavors with Apollo Tyres.
Thank you, Vinay. Thanks a lot once again for having me, and looking forward to more fruitful, more collaborative journey together, right? And we have miles to go together. So looking forward to that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time.